All right. So that's a wrap, or at least close to it. David, how you feeling? You hanging in there?
I'm good. I'm good. We're 66.7% of the way through.
So that we've been staring at a glowing rectangle for the past 16 hours or so. So, uh, hey,
Yeah.
any from the day? I mean, gosh, it's been phenomenal. I mean, I actually, as I was listening to Josh, and I was thinking about everybody who's contributed today, because there was a lot of alignment between what he was sharing and what others had shared earlier. So if you did not see any of those sessions live, you can go and see it. We're actually going to have a live stream up through the weekend, and then we'll take it down. Then it'll be accessible via the app. But yeah, just what's top of mind for you?
Well, it's interesting because a lot, we saw Stefan Riesenbeck from Bosch talking about, the work that they're doing aligning digital to analytics, and how the transformation there is being accelerated by putting those two areas together. To Josh's point, we've seen examples. I think it's Novartis. I think it's out there in the public domain. They had a kind of 2-year plan to roll out Teams. They did it in 2 weeks because of the crisis. I think Josh's point was, why would we take so long to do something like that? Maybe that's fair. I was speaking to one of our clients at Insight 222 that said that they just turned off 800 reports because they didn't have the capacity to keep delivering them because of the extra demand that they were getting. They've only been asked to switch back on 80 of them, and the sort of thing is, well, why didn't we do this before? So I do think that there is an opportunity to, although I guess that's probably the less with less message that Josh is trying to make with the big reset. We're probably not quite there yet because we're probably just doing more with less at the moment. But hopefully we will get there, and we won't be doing some of the things that we've been doing in HR and people analytics if they're just not adding value. Let's just do stuff that adds value.
Yeah, and just to peel it back a little bit, and we are privileged to work with some of the most accomplished people analytics leaders in the world, with some of the most progressive companies in the world, which is great, which is not the norm. There are many who are listening today and will listen in the future. Will like, God, I wish I had that. That all sounds good, but how do I get from where I am to that type of influence and capability? And that's where it's my belief that this is a huge opportunity, not only for people analytics professionals, but for HR leaders and organizational leaders. If they don't see that they need better insight and ideas on how to formulate a people strategy, how to formulate a work strategy, then they're going to quote unquote waste this crisis. Don't let a good crisis go to waste. I know it's flippant to say, and I don't like saying it with sincerity. I will say, though, from a business standpoint, from a life standpoint, this is a opportunity to reflect, to use Josh's word, reset, and move forward in a more conscious and effective way. So, that's my hope. Do you see something similar, or what would be your, recommendations if you want to get from where you are to a greater level of influence, no matter what role you are, but particularly an HR leader?
Yeah, I do think that, as you said, there is the opportunity to do that. The fear is that, as we come out of this crisis, a lot of big companies and other parts of the establishment will just revert back to where we were before. There was arguably an opportunity, in 2008, but all we did was bail out the banks and reaffirm the establishment. And certainly in many countries, it wasn't the people that were bailed out that paid for it with austerity. Certainly in the UK and in Europe. So one would hope that this time it will be, that we're trying to create something new, a newer, fairer society, and within business, newer and fairer companies. But maybe I'm a bit of an idealist. I don't know.
No, I think you and I are both idealists. What is happening, in my view, is that there's a greater visibility into the struggles that people had and the vulnerability that they have. And we, again, as analysts and those sitting on data, have a unique opportunity. And again, you've caught this when we first met. Responsibility to deliver insight into what's going on with the human experience. So I'm hopeful, but I'm also, yeah, to Josh's point, been through this a couple of times before in some form. So we'll see where we land. So as we start to wrap up, you have the best and most frequent and wonderful newsletter in the space by far, and you also publish prolifically. So, in the rare, almost impossible instance that someone isn't following you, how can they follow David Green and learn more about you and Insight 222?
Well, that's very kind now. So I'm LinkedIn. Yes, there's a few David Greens, but fortunately the quiz gives it away. I'm on Twitter at David_Green_UK, and all of the articles I publish are on the myhrfuture.com blog. And the newsletter, you can subscribe to the newsletter there, and the podcast is on there as well. So
and if you're on the app, there's a virtual booth for Insight 222, and I believe
there is a
virtual future as well.
Yes, on the the virtual, what's it called again? Sorry, we keep forgetting.
The virtual expo.
Virtual hub, and yeah.
So just a couple more things, then we'll wrap. So we are doing this as a bit of an experiment. We put this together over 8 weeks, give or take. We would not have been able to do it without some, frankly, heavy lifting from a lot of people. And I will continue to share gratitude to Laura, to Barry, to David, to Kirsten, to Katrina, to and Sarah, on down the line, who have actually put in countless hours to make this happen. And again, our partnership with Slides Live is effectively broadcasting this in a very confidence inspiring and capable way. So if you're interested in doing this yourselves, slideslive.com. And I can't say enough good things about them. I would not be doing this. We would not be doing this without them. So thank them. The last thing I want to say is thank you to our sponsors. And if you want to sponsor what we're doing, if you like this content, you want to see more of it, go to the PAFOW Community app. You can join it for free. You can browse around for free. You can also become a PAFOW supporter for $99 US per year. You can make it non-renewable if you want, but at least you're going to be supporting what we're doing, creating free content back. You also get discounts on historical content and research, as well as discount to MyHR Future. So a lot of value there. So hopefully you'll think about contributing to us. And thank you for being here today. David, we got one more day.
We have, and lots to look forward to tomorrow as well.
Yeah, we will start promptly at 8:30, 8:40 British Standard Time. And then we'll go until 5 p.m. VST, and then we'll call it a wrap. So look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
You too. Get some rest out.
We'll do. Be well.